Hey everybody, welcome back to Level Upload and Fight Feelings Face Facts with yours truly, Shay. I am coming on here. Um, this is more so for myself than anybody. I probably won't even upload this to, or I don't know. I might not even upload it to Anchor for the audio podcast, but this is more so for myself than anybody. If you guys get anything from it, hey, Um, it saddens me to announce that my grandmother did pass. She passed on November the 20th, 2022. And, you know, I really feel like she, my sister's and my mother's birthday is coming up. Thanksgiving is coming up. And I really feel like she wanted to get out of here before those things. Like, I know she didn't want to have my sister or my mom thinking about her every single on their actual birthday. And I don't want to say it like thinking about her in a way as though we shouldn't think about her, but more so in a way of like she just kind of didn't want to steal their day. She cared a lot about birthdays. Now, I will say that my mom and my sister are not super huge birthday people, but nonetheless, I'm sure that if every year they, you know, had to celebrate their birthday and also, think about my grandmother. I think that would be a tough thing for them to do. Um, so I will be heading to Chicago this week in order to go be with the family and attend her services. Definitely, of course, that's a given. But um, yeah, I'm very honored to have been her granddaughter. I enjoyed all the extreme love and affection, the laughs, the shadiness, the jokes, the food, the adventures, the little balled up money in her hand that she would slip to me and us and the rest of us. But yeah, I'm gonna miss her severely, but I know that she's in a better place, and I am glad she's not suffering anymore because my grandmother was 83. She had beat breast cancer twice, like kicked breast cancer's butt, and then when she was turned 82, it's when she started the battle of finding out that she had leukemia, and she was, you know, it was a battle, especially at that age, but it was a battle, and unfortunately, the leukemia was way too aggressive. The chemo was, which is pretty typical, was doing a lot more harm than it was doing good, if anything. And yeah, she fought as hard and as long as she could. I promise you that. I know for a fact she is one strong woman, and I'm so blessed to have her blood running through my veins. Um, I'm try not to get emotional. I'm not going to get emotional because it's not sad. It's sad in a temporary way, but overall, her living to be 90 and having to fight cancer would not have been ideal. Her living to be 90 but being a vegetable in the bed with not being able to do anything for herself, that would have been the life that she would have wanted. And if she had done it, it would have been solely for us, which is completely selfish and suffering. My grandma was not, um, she was able to walk, move, talk, cook, do all of that, even during her cancer treatments and stuff. And so, minus probably like the last month or so, maybe even less, she still was able to get up, go to the bathroom, like even in the hospital. She still was able to do so much for herself. So, I'm happy that she never had to feel like she just was dependent on us or helpless because I know her spirit and I know how she Um, I know how she would have wanted to be treated, and I think that it was the best. It was the best thing for her. The leukemia had gotten so aggressive that it had traveled to her brain, and it was just a struggle for her. And one of her main things, whether we tell her 1,000 times that she wasn't, she always just didn't want to be a burden, didn't want to be a burden. And we're like, you are grandma. You took care of us. None of us would even be here. You know, her kids wouldn't be here, and then they wouldn't have been able to have us if it wasn't for her. So um, it's nice to think back, and we've been finding pictures and memories and a multitude of funny, sad, fly. My grandma was very, very fly. Okay, period. Um, I might come back after I come back from Chicago. I might do a tribute. Just give her a quick little screen. Not screenshot. What do you call those things? Slideshow. A slideshow. Just to have it on my page to remember her. I just want to, out of respect for the services and my family, I want to run it by them, before putting her picture all over the internet. Also, I, don't want to release any of the pictures and stuff until it's after her services. But yeah, I knew that I had my last episode. I had told you guys that she was fighting, and I just wanted to do my due diligence to let you guys know. Thank you for any prayers that were sent up on our behalf. Please still keep us in your prayers, and just hope that this healing journey is not as stressful as the funeral stuff is. My aunt has been amazing as usual. She always handles a lot of stuff, and she's been the legs, the arms, the feet on everything. She had a very close relationship with my grandmother, and so she knew a lot of her wishes, a lot of things that she wanted. Also, she had already kind of had all the paperwork and stuff lined up, so things are moving fast, but she's no longer here. Her body is a shell, so there's nothing to hold on to. We can progress and move on to heal the healing process, and I'm so thankful that I have another ancestor, that is waiting for me whenever I do make my amazing way to heaven. I'm not gonna talk for too much longer because I do not want to get emotional. So I'm going to end this episode. Thank you so much for everyone who reached out, who has sent me prayers, sent me messages. I do honestly appreciate it, and I believe I've reached out back to everybody, and we gonna get through this, and this is the cycle of life. We all are gonna do it, and so I don't look at it in a negative way, but it's still an adjustment, and it's still a transition that we are all gonna have to get used to. Not calling grandma, sitting on the phone, talking and chatting. It's gonna be different, for everyone. So although my family doesn't typically look at death as such a detrimental thing, because we have for the most part, a very spiritual, family, and we understand how this works, and we understand she's going to a better place. She really should be crying for us because we stuck down here in the ghetto. But even though we don't think of it in a terrible way, we're still humans, and we are going to miss her severely. So with that said, guys, I'm going to talk to you later. Next time I come back, I'll be back from the funeral, and I'll be able to give you guys a episode that's more closely related to leveling up. With that being said, anyway, sorry guys, have a good one. Bye bye.